The following program is brought to you by the Wenz World Order.
We're back, baby, with your favorite hosts on your favorite wrestling podcast. And it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about Damascus Dez and Vinny Bucci. And of course, we are here to recap, celebrate, and coronate the new Wenz World Prediction Champion. That's right, baby. We're going to go through match by match and discuss how this happened. How on earth did a part-time fan such as the Wenz bring home the gold on one of the big four? Well, we're about to discuss, and we're about to do it right here, right now. But as I said before, I am not alone. First, the former Wenz World Prediction Champion, the Wrestling Encyclopedia, Vincent Kennedy Bucci.
Yes, sadly, I went from 2 belts to no belts, and I got a lot to say about that, but obviously it's not a fun night for me. Not a fun night. Did see some things that I enjoyed, and as you can tell from the background, the wrestling gods want to punish me some more, but I won't go into detail about that. Just know that yeah, normally I'm enthusiastic. This is not one of those times. If I'm happy about anything, it's seeing the fans of the male upper moment again.
And on his road to Damascus, blinded by the light, is the one, the only Damascian Lycan, aka Desmond Dagenhart.
You know, of course you would win when there's only 4 matches on the card. Because there's not a whole lot to fuck up there. I guess, realistically, it was gonna happen when there was no real variety in the show. But I'll give you flowers. I was the first one to say congrats.
Indeed.
At a big 4 nonetheless. I mean, the last couple times you won were little crappy shows.
The B-rated shows. Are you calling me a B-lister? Because, you know, we're both fans. Well, 2 out of 3 of us are fans of a 2-time Grand Slam champion, the A-lister, Mike the Miz. Oh, wait. I think I'm triggering Vincent Kennedy Bucci. I don't want to do that this early. We're going to go through the card, and I'm sure that'll do it on its own. But let's set the stage here, right? Let's talk about the obvious. And also, we're going to incorporate some things that were noticed not only by us, guys, but across the vastness of the WWE universe on YouTube, on the official WWE channel, and the videos are posted. Some of the comments, I gotta say, were better than some of the matches. But hey, I report, you decide. So let's get through it. Booch, one by one. We're not going to discuss the pre-show matches because we didn't talk about them first and foremost, but know that we will acknowledge the Wyatt Six defeating MFTs and Motor City Machine Gun, and Shinsuke Nakamura defeating The New Day and Grayson Waller. Congrats. There are your flowers. That's all the time we have for you. Now, let's get to the Women's Royal Rumble match. Booch, if you can, please grace us with our original predictions and how this thing panned out.
Well, our original predictions were simple. Desmond and I picked Bianca Belair for the obvious reason we felt like this is a good time for her to make her return. Apparently, she's been out of action with, I think, an infected finger. People thought maybe she was going to make her comeback here. Sadly, that was not the case. I honestly cannot remember for the life of me. I think Wenz picked Asuka, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that Elvis? One of you two did. I can't remember what Wenz's pick was. I just know none of us got any points on this particular venture. We got nothing here. And we did have some good moments because NXT brought in 2 great people, Sol Ruka, who we all know, and you guys got to meet Lola Vice, who is someone that I have been championing to be a star in NXT. He has the look, he has the fighting style, he's tough and attractive, which is the perfect blend. To me, Lola Vice is the star. Sadly, we did have some bad moments like JP Jane coming in and Kalani Jordan, 2 people who should never be allowed in a wrestling ring ever because they draw no money and have no skill. And then, of course, we had crazy moments culminating with Liv Morgan winning the Royal Rumble. And see, I was under the impression that after the Men's Royal Rumble, Triple H would have learned his lesson on making bad decisions, but apparently the game still has a lot to learn. So we got Liv Morgan facing either Stephanie Vacker or Jade Cargill. Either way, I don't see a good match coming out of it. So at least we got a bathroom break for WrestleMania, unless they decide to open the show or finally pull the trigger and give the women the night one main event. Since Triple H loves to talk on how unreal the women are so much better than the men, yet when it comes time to pull the actual trigger, he backs away and makes an impactful story excuse. So, oh, sorry. So we'll see what happens there. Sorry.
Shots fired against Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Unreal. Desmond, you're chomping at the bit here. What's your take on this women's match?
Well, I'll say that Liv wasn't on my radar for potential wins. I didn't think that she was going to be that person for WWE, but I don't see it as a bad thing either. Liv is over. Liv is popular. She doesn't need another tag team championship, and I think she's a little above the women's mid-card titles right now. So having her go for the title makes sense. I think she's gonna be taking it from Stephanie Vaquer. And I think that we still have an opportunity to potentially have Bianca Belair come back to go against Jade. We still have an Elimination Chamber. We still got, we've got time. But I will say it's not just an infected finger. Bianca Belair broke her hand and her finger in multiple spots. And then the infections did happen, but also it's just not healing the way they needed it to for her to come back. That's what the reports are that I've been reading.
Inside info. I love it.
So that is why she was not in the Rumble. And likely she might, if she could have returned, she might have one for the very reasons that we've talked about. But I don't think Liv Morgan's a bad option. I think she has a great story that she could tell with Stephanie Vaquer, and with her coming back from her injury and basically revitalizing the Judgment Day. I think having her win the title would be a good thing for that faction. Leading up to the inevitable breakdown of the faction, because it's gonna happen. It has to happen. Too many egos, too many big stars. It's gonna break down eventually.
Indeed. Did you guys notice at the end how the referee had to tell Liv Morgan to point to the WrestleMania sign?
I didn't, and honestly, I don't think everybody needs to point at the fucking sign. I think when everybody does it, it loses its flavor, realistically. That's the way I'm gonna say that. Yeah.
I kind of feel like, though, if you win the Rumble, that's the next best move, right? To point up there. And I get your point. Like, if you're going to face somebody for an IC championship, whatever. But this is the ticket. This is the ticket to WrestleMania. Definitely see your points. Awesome insight by both you guys. A lot of people online think Lash Legend was the true MVP of this match. And rightfully so. How many legends did she eliminate? Quite a few, right?
I mean, I wasn't paying attention to who eliminated who very much. But Lash definitely had her spot in the sun in that match. It was great. Honestly, I enjoyed most of both Rumbles. Both Rumbles felt to me like they had great moments. And obviously Vinny feels the way he feels about Liv, and his biases are always extreme. But in the end, I think Liv was a good call. Was she the call I would have made? No, but she was still a good call.
Yeah, according to Mr. Saw Killer on YouTube, this was the craziest Power Rangers episode of all time. That's a winning comment. Big ups to you, Mr. Saw Killer.
I've been an avid Power Ranger fan. I'll endorse that.
Yeah, I mean, it's true to life. And then this is an interesting take, and I want to get y'all's thoughts on this because y'all are up on your game. At Inuga Miz, M-I-Z, that one's for you, bitch. says, bring Soul to Raw already.
Sol Ruka could definitely do well on the main roster. I think that's part of why they put her in the Rumble, is to once again introduce her to the fan main show. I don't know, Vinny. You don't much care for Sol Ruka, do you?
Oh no, I'm a fan.
Are you really?
Very much a fan. It's JC Jane and Kalani Jordan I didn't like in the Rumble. But Sol Ruka and
Ruka, the way she does a lot of flying moves and certain things, I didn't think that you would like her so much.
well, here's the thing. All her moves are timed perfectly. That Soul Snatcher's only messed it up twice in her whole career. Every move she does is properly timed. So that's why I don't have a problem with the high flying stuff, because she's able to get everybody on the same page and time her moves perfectly. The rest of the roster should be taking notes on men's and women's side. They need to watch her on how to high fly.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. So that was the women's match. Did Booch, I know I didn't get a point on this. Desmond, you didn't get a point on this. Bucci, were we all pointless? Do we have any points here?
We were pointless and the match was pointless. So yeah, we were pointless.
Much like many of these episodes, completely pointless.
The preceding program was brought to you by the Wenz World Order.